Principle of visual language, or how art works. In this section, we study the terms used to describe and analyze any work of art. We will explore the principle of design, how the artists arrange and orchestrate the elements they use, just as spoken language is based on phonemes, syntax, and semantics. Visual art is based on element principle that, when used together, create works of communicate ideas, meaning the viewer. We can think of them as building a block of an artwork composition, the recognized layout of an image or object according to the principle of design. By completing this section, we can define and describe artistic element and principle of design, and compare and contrast artwork from different cultures using the language of art. The basic element when we consider art's formal aspect: material, the method used to work them, and their perceptual effect. We can distinguish the basic unit called element from the various principles used to combine element. Element proceed from the simple to the complex, from a point to a line, to a plane shape, to a mass, to a figure or ground distinctions, and so on. In a given work of art, these fundamental formal units relate to one another. On a second, higher level, artists arrange them according to principles of design such as balance, repetition, emphasis, unity, and variety, and so on. The key point to understand here is that there is a fundamental conceptual distinction between simpler formal element and the general rules or patterns for how they are combined, which we call the principle of design. The point, the line, the shape, and the figure, and the mass, space, value, color, and texture. In this space, we introduce the various kinds of space that artists represent in their work, and different technique of perspective they use to create illusion of space in two-dimensional, of space in intuitive concept in many ways. After all, we experience everything in some kind of space in art. However, space is construction built according to specific technique and intention. Space is also cultural variable. Some cultural contexts are less interested in the accurate modeling or real space, or more interested in psychological rendering. The element of space and the element of value. Discuss of value or relative lightness or darkness of a shape when you compare it with other element in the world. The element of color theory, which artists use to guide the composition and the combination of color. Element of texture, the tactile sense we get from the surface of the shape or volume, such as smooth, rough, velvety. The principle of design, artistic principle. There are many aspects of the formal dimension of the art. What we often consider the rule of composition or the perceptual laws grounded in Gestalt psychology. This general principle provides an analytical language and lens which we use to analyze art from any cultural origin. They are grounded in our perception and the material of the chosen medium. The balance, the repetition, the scale and the proportion, emphasis, time and motion, unity and variety. All these principles help the artist to make his magic.